This, my friends, is the Explorer 3. It looks like a console and performs like a PC, and comes in at $10.99. Bam! So let's start with the selling points of a system like this. So unlike a console, it is both 3D and surround capable. The NCIX PC system designers carefully selected the most advanced gaming technologies available, so the Explorer 3 lets you play the latest games at high detail in full HD, which, you know, when you compare it to something like the way that Watch Dogs runs on the Xbox One at like 792p, whatever 792p is, yeah, no, that won't be a thing here. Next up is what we're calling like a bomber and fighter sort of concept. So it uses an SSHD for storage, which gives you some of the performance of an SSD and most of the available storage of a more traditional hard drive, and it's kind of like a compromise in between, but at a very reasonable price. And then number 3 is innovative case design. So the Explorer 3 uses a Raven RVZ01 from Silverstone, which allows you to get maximum performance in a cool and quiet slim form factor PC that is not that much bigger than a game console. So the combination of positive air pressure design and magnetic filters will prevent dust accumulation, in addition to all the other good things about it. And one other thing, while a custom gaming rig can have you waiting for a week or even more if, you know, some part is missing or whatever else, a handcrafted Explorer 3 can be shipped to you within 1 business day. Even better, you can simply pick it up from an NCIX store today. So as usual, we are going to start with an exterior tour of the system. The RVZ01 case can stand up like a game console, or it can lie down like a game console, the way that game consoles do whenever a PC is in the same room. At least a powerful one like this one anyway. At the front of the case, we've got a slimline optical drive. We've got a rotatable logo. See that? So you can like turn that around if you want to lay it down on its side or whatever else. We've got 2 USB 3 ports, a microphone jack, a headphone jack, a power button, and a reset button on the bottom. We've got some ventilation. This could also be the side, and these rubber feet could be relocated just like that. It's like rubber, and it can go almost anywhere. Well, it goes on this case. Very specific places anyway. On the right-hand side, we've got 2 magnetic fan filters over 140 millimeter fan slots. We've also got another little mesh spot here for the SFX power supply fan that is inside. On the top, which is also a side, it's got more ventilation room, and then on the bottom, we've got another 140 millimeter fan slot with a magnetic filter. Moving around to the back of the case, which is always the back, we've got our I/O, a couple of ventilation ports, portholes, because it's a ship. And then we've also got the I/O for the graphics card. You can see here that there's just a power cord plugging into something that is obviously not an entire power supply back there. So I guess we'll have to open it up, which is something that we always do, so it's not like I'm exactly being inconvenienced here. So we'll have to open it up and show you how the power supply works inside. All right, so let's open it up, and you guys are gonna see a pretty amazing magic trick on the inside of this case. So first of all, that thing I said was a 140 millimeter fan, well, it turns into a 120 millimeter fan when you open up the case and correct yourself, because that's what it is. It's also slim, so that's actually included with the case. So this is a pressure-optimized 120 millimeter fan that is designed to bring fresh air to the CPU socket area. So that, my friends, right there is a Core i5-4430 quad-core CPU. So we're not talking like crazy overclocking or like, you know, a bajillion cores or anything like that. We're talking good gaming performance at stock speeds in a small enclosure at a good price. What we've also got here is a 1 terabyte SSHD, so that's that hybrid SSD hard drive thing I was talking about before, 8 gigs of Kingston DDR3 RAM, a 450 watt SFX PSU that's actually hiding under that hard drive. It's like hidden away there, and then there's a cable that runs around to the back of the case where it plugs in. So that's how we're able to install the power supply, not at the back, and reduce the overall size of the case because we don't have to make room for a graphics card and a power supply next to it. Also inside, we've got, well, gee, I guess there isn't a whole freaking heck of a lot back here. We've got an ASUS H81 motherboard powering the whole thing. Since the CPU is not overclockable, it doesn't really matter if the motherboard can be overclocked. And then finally, well, what's all this over here then? Hold on a second. So we could install 2.5-inch drives. We could install our slimline optical that you can actually see right there along the edge. And finally, there is the graphics card. So this is a PCI Express riser card that actually takes the graphics card, puts it at a 90-degree angle, and puts it in here. So that's where it comes out this way, and then uses these. Yes, now we've got a better view of it if I take these off, and uses all this ventilation here for the graphics card. So it comes with one other low profile fan, and then you could add a third one if you wanted to, but since we've got a direct CU cooler in there, and we've got an awful lot of room for it to breathe, I wouldn't be concerned about our graphics card having any kinds of issues. Now, when it comes to these NCIX PCs, there are always freebies, and this machine may go on promotion from time to time. So make sure you guys check the landing page below under the video in the description for the current details. Thank you for watching this NCIX PC episode of NCIX Tech Tips, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX.com. You thought I was going to finish that with something else, like NCIX.Korea. No, it's .com. Get it right.